Welcome to The Know, I'm John. One of the biggest PC launches of the year is finally here. Destiny 2 is finally live today on Battle.net, treating PC Guardians to all of the raiding, looting, and grinding their heart's desire. And I like hearing about grinding to your heart's desire. If you're new to the struggle against the darkness, like me, we're here to break down everything you need to know about the world of Destiny if you've never jumped into it before, along with some helpful tips for Destiny 2 so you don't get lost in those space weeds, which is the new drug apparently all the kids are doing. First, let's get the basic premise of the game out of the way if you've never played Destiny 1. In Destiny, players are known as Guardians, the chosen warriors of a big, giant ball in the sky called the Traveler, which grants Guardians with special space magic. Yep. This is where we're going with this. In times past, the Traveler gifted mankind with wondrous technology that sent them into a golden age, during which they terraformed planets, explored, and generally things were pretty awesome. But there are a lot of bad alien races out there looking for the Traveler, and when they came knocking at Earth's doorstep, almost destroying humanity, the Traveler sacrificed itself to push them back, leaving the Traveler dormant. That about catches us up to the events of Destiny 1, which, well, they're not really that important heading into Destiny 2, to be honest. The main stuff to know is that there are several alien and robotic races also trying to crack the Traveler's secrets: the Fallen, the Hive, the Vex, and the Cabal. Other than that, Destiny 2 assumes you know nothing else about what happened in Destiny 1, which is fine, because that game's story wasn't always super clear anyway. At the end of it, you stopped the Vex's attempts to do some bad stuff on Mars, and then the Hive's attempts at doing some more bad stuff outside of Saturn, which resulted in the death of one of their leaders, Oryx. Destiny 2 starts with a giant attack by the Red Legion, a group of Cabal forces who launch a massive assault on the last city. In the process, they destroy part of the tower and scatter the Guardians in their leadership. The leader of the Red Legion, Dominus Gaar, uses a mining drill to drain the Traveler of its energy, the light that we mentioned earlier, which is what gives Guardians like you your powers. Just like in Destiny 1, you'll pick a class, and it's again a choice between the tanky Titans, the damage-dealing Warlocks, and the stealthy Hunters. Each class has a variety of subclasses with their own unique ability, like the Arc Strider Hunter's sweet electric arc staff. If you're looking for some tips on what to do first in Destiny 2, we can boil that down to 3 words: finish the campaign. We don't want to spoil anything for you, but suffice it to say, a lot of stuff will open up for you after the campaign, that it's the single most important thing to accomplish first. With a little bit of leveling up, it's pretty easy to finish solo, so get out there and do it. That's what I'm gonna be doing also. You'll be tempted to do some other stuff and mess with your gear, but once the campaign is done, you'll have access to all the vendors and strikes, which is the main way to get your power level up initially. But more on that in a second. Of course, one of the main draws of Destiny is always the sweet loot. And there's plenty to go around in Destiny 2 with just about every activity rewarding you with some piece of improved gear. Well, at least until you hit the end game, but you're not going to be there just yet. Okay, so let's talk briefly about loot. Every piece of loot has a number attached to it. That, when equipped, goes into your overall power level. The average of all of your gear then determines what your power level is. The reason you want your power level higher is to get access to some of the toughest, most rewarding content in the game, such as the Leviathan raid, which is gated at power level 270. Your weapons and your gear all contribute to this number. As for your weapons, there are 3 types in Destiny 2. Kinetic weapons shoot bullets that deal impact damage, energy weapons do elemental damage, and your power weapons are the big stuff like rocket launchers or sniper rifles. They hold special ammo and do massive damage. What's the difference between energy types? I'm glad you asked. Blue is for arc energy, purple is for void energy, and orange is for solar energy. Energy weapons are useful against shielded enemies who will have a shield corresponding to their energy surrounding them. Like in the first Destiny, your weapons and armor have different rarity levels. White is common, green is uncommon, blue is rare, purple is legendary, and yellow is exotic. Well, exotics are the most powerful in the game. Legendaries are your bread and butter. Once you find a good purple that you like in a particular weapon or armor slot, you can continue to hold on to it when you get better gear by infusing the more powerful gear, as long as it's the same type, into the old gear, which will raise the old gear's light level. Just be careful when you infuse, because mods from the new weapon will not transfer over. As for how to get gear, there are a couple of ways it can be handed out to you. Sometimes you'll get specific gear as a reward for doing story missions, and other missions give to you by NPCs. Exotic gear, for example, will usually require some pretty lengthy quests, at the end of which a sweet yellow weapon will be waiting for you. You're allowed to have one piece of exotic armor as well as one exotic weapon, so choose wisely. You can also find gems known as engrams that will drop randomly in battle. Once decrypted, they'll give you a variety of gear. Oh, and you'll also be seeing bright engrams, which are new to Destiny 2 and give a variety of cosmetic gear like ships, shaders, ghost shells, and more. Another way to get your gear is through tokens. Each planet has its own adventure missions, patrols, and combat events, which you can farm for location tokens. Those tokens can then be handed in to increase your reputation on a particular planet, which will reward you with better gear every time you progress a reputation level. The game also has weekly milestones that refresh every Tuesday. They range from crucible matches to the weekly raid and the nightfall strike, all of which reward you with powerful gear if you complete them. You can also get powerful gear every week from earning XP for your clan through strikes, raids, and public events. So here's a quick TLDR of all those things put together. Finish the campaign to get your regular level maxed out at 20. Then start focusing on your power level. To get to level 260, just do whatever after the campaign. Public events and strikes are two easy things to do. But hang on to those planetary tokens until you hit around 260 to 265, then turn those in. You'll find that 265 is another plateau, but that's when you'll want to start doing the weekly milestones, the planetary quests for exotics and treasure maps that you get from Kdin, the hunter mentor. Somewhere in there you should join a clan because you get bonus rewards as they do stuff as well. Once you hit 280, you'll be able to start purchasing mods for your weapons, which give them additional power and abilities. And from there, you'll be ready for higher end stuff like the Leviathan raid and Nightfall strikes, which are their own special brands of pain. So that does it for our quick primer on Destiny 2 for PC players. Are any of you planning on picking it up? Do you need someone to be in your clan? I need a clan. I don't know anybody. So, Fire Strike Team is a thing. Is that can we be teammates? Let us know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I need friends. And for more Destiny 2 on PC news, remember to like this video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the know. I promise I'm not the only one around here who talks.
The war's over. And we've lost.
Our numbers will continue to dwindle. And we can no longer protect ourselves